and I've told Sam this on a number of occasions, and I think it's the most amazing thing is this show just writes itself. Right? Like, we don't have to actually really do much of anything. Well, it is a very, very good thing.
Those gnomes, they're worth every penny.
I mean, we essentially just basically look at the news, and lately there's just always something,
there's always some
comic book related or, just
this is going to be a big year anyway, because, I mean, everything's happening this year. I mean, we already talked about that.
Yeah.
TV shows, movies, everything. So it's going to be huge. There's going to be a bunch of shows writing themselves.
It's going to be huge, except now it's a little less exciting. We have sad Affleck now.
We do.
So
he's all over the place, sad, too.
Variety.com, Ben Affleck has decided to step down as director of The Batman, but will remain on as a producer and still star in the project. Affleck is still on board to play the superhero, but sources close to the talent said Affleck and Warner Brothers, after discussing how to make the best film possible, I'm actually correcting their article, poor writing, came to the decision together. There are certain characters who hold a special place in the hearts of millions. Affleck said in a statement, performing this role demands focus, passion. It also demands Thorne McGee, who just joined. Welcome Thorne on the Facebook
Thorne.
Live. And I cannot do both jobs to the level they require. Together with the studio, I've decided to find a partner and a director who will collaborate with me on this massive film. I'm still in this, and we're making it. But we are currently looking for a director.
This is what gives you pause, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying your logic is, as we sort of brushed on it, was that it's something seriously wrong for a guy who's got the keys to the kingdom, to kind of hand the keys over to somebody else, to some undisclosed person. So it's not even like, I wanted to give these keys to George of the Jungle, who is the most amazing filmmaker of all time.
Right. I'm
just gonna throw these keys up, and whoever catches it can make my movie.
Exactly, and that's So immediately I thought of sad Affleck when I read this statement. Though sources say this decision was solely based on what's best for the project and had nothing to do with the recent disappointment of Affleck's recent directing job. Boy, Variety just does not write good articles.
No.
With the recent disappointment of Affleck's recent directing job, really, get an
recent
editor.
Twice.
Get an editor,
That's
Variety.
Just disgusting. That's disgusting.
So the recent directing job, Live by Night. All right, so
I guess that didn't do well.
No, it is actually going to cost Warner Brothers $75 million.
Really?
Yeah, that's how.
Is it that bad?
That's
is
how
it a bad? Have you
yeah,
seen it?
Yeah.
Is it a bad movie? Is it a bad film?
I don't see movies anymore. Oh wait, I host a movie.
Yeah,
I see all the movies.
Yes,
every movie. No, I heard critics kind of panned it, and it did not do well in the theaters.
Wow.
And Patrick, our intern, was making faces when I even talked about it. So clearly, it was not. It was pretty bad.
We gotta give Patrick another seat because he's behind me and I can't see any of.
Well, he's haunting you back there.
Yes, and I feel haunted.
So, all right. Before we even continue with the poorly written Variety article, I mean, that is exactly what we need to talk about, though. It's like, is Ben Affleck? What is that and that's seriously, it's exactly what I started posting on social media and started thinking was that this guy is, and with good cause, and I think you actually have a great counterpoint to this, and we'll get into that in a second. Was he basically thinking to himself, I don't want to flop. I don't want another Daredevil. I don't want another Geely. I don't want another now Live by Night. Like, is he almost scared to make a bad movie?
First of all, Daredevil wasn't him. He was just in it.
Sure.
Geely wasn't him.
Sure.
He was just in it.
Yeah.
So, and Live by Night is basically his first flop because he did The Town, which was a great movie.
Yes.
Which I thoroughly enjoyed. And he did, what was the other one? Argo.
Oh, Argo was amazing.
Argo was a great,
But Argo was exactly why people were so excited to see him actually direct the Batman, because you're like sitting there saying, like, and just like you kind of put it, he can be everything Zack Snyder wasn't. And now it's like, well, I don't know now.
Well, yeah, but he's still committed to being Batman.
Right.
So, I mean, he's not. I understand what everyone's saying, and I understand the kind of disconnect or whatever. It's like, well, he's not 100% committed to it because it's not going to be all his vision. He had the opportunity to make it be a great character in a great movie that he made.
Yeah.
And now they're going to find, theoretically some fly-by-night, last-minute director is going to come running in. See, here you go.
Sources say there's a short list, and that War of the Planet of the Apes helmer Matt Reeves is among those on the list.
Which we haven't seen yet, though.
Right, which we don't know.
So that's not. It's a nice try, but
where does this leave DC though? Too. I mean, it's also a perception thing, right? And we kind of touched upon it. I mean, where does it really leave it?
DC is always going to be behind the 8 ball because Marvel just got such an amazing head start on them.
But this was supposed to be. We're gonna re-steer the ship now. We've got a Academy Award-winning director doing this. We've got a guy who's all in.
What happens to these guys? All right, Favreau, Marvel, Marvel MCU is the house that Jon Favreau built.
Yes.
Okay. What do you even hear? You don't hear from him anymore.
Sure.
He can't get arrested now. Okay. Joss Whedon came and redefined what Marvel House is going to be. He's the one, theoretically, who piloted the ship to Money Island, okay,
yes,
with the Avengers.
Yes, we're going back to Money Island.
He makes the second Avengers movie. He can't get arrested anymore. And I'm not a big fan of Joss Whedon. We've discussed this, and I think he was treated unfairly with Age of Ultron, which I didn't really like, but we'll get into it some other time.
Yeah, we'll definitely. Yeah.
So. And then look, Zack Snyder is going to be DC's, poster child, like Golden Boy.
Right.
And look what's happened to Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder was not an unknown.
No.
He had a heck of a resume before he got to Man of Steel.
Right.
And when they gave him Man of Steel, people were like, well, that's going to be interesting because he resurrected the zombie genre, and he pretty much started the visually astounding comic book genre.
So I got to interject here.
Someone's making fun of me?
No, not making fun of you, actually. Making fun of Ben Affleck. And so I have to hand it to Elizabeth McKee, who is chiming in on Facebook Live. By the way, you can find us on Facebook Live, facebook.com/Secrets of the Sire.
Secrets of the Sire. Do it.
On the what do you call on Periscope, on the Periscope, where we get our hecklers, which is awesome. At Michael_Dolce. I guess Elizabeth McKee chimed in. He did direct a short called "I Killed My Lesbian Wife, Hung Her on a Meat Hook, and Now I Have a 3-Picture Deal at Disney."
But we try not to think about that.
And apparently, no, this is director Ben Affleck. I mean, I'm looking at IMDb.com. This has to be like a hoax. It has to be. But I'm looking. It is IMDb.com. Unless I just got fished and now I have no money because I clicked on the link and now I have that's
You've
it.
been robbed. You've been robbed blind.
Shoot, man, Randy Hogan's got my car.
Some guy just came in and took your shirt. Who was that guy? Bring Mike's shirt back.
To be fair, if this is how I lose all my money in a Nigerian prince scam, I'm okay with it. Actually, I think that's